All right, guys, so today we're going to go over something that is very important in wholesaling, and that is finding your ARV. I see this question come up quite a bit, so we're going to run through it today, and we're only going to use Zillow since I know that's just what a lot of people have. It's free to use, super simple, and we're actually going to comp the property I grew up in. So Yukon, Oklahoma, 608 Westview Drive. First thing you want to do, guys, come check your bedroom, bathrooms, and square footage. So sometimes Zillow won't have this information. Definitely verify with the seller just to make sure this is accurate. Come through. You want to check year build as well. So 1984 lot size, it's saying 1 acre, but I grew up in this house. It's definitely not 1 acre. So you can actually come and check recent sale history as well. Sometimes this is helpful if it's sold within the last couple of years. But yeah, it looks like the last time this was sold was 2013. So definitely want to come check our sold comparables first. Since we have quite a bit, I'm going to go ahead and throw down some filters. Definitely want to be within the last year since we have a lot to choose from. Square footage, looks like we still got some sold properties, so I'm going to make it under 1750. So I like to sort by newest. That way you can see the most recent sold comps. The one next door just sold for 137, a little bit smaller. This one over here, 155, sold in October. 1,500 square feet. Let's take a look at this and see what it looks like. So it looks like they spent a little bit of money in the kitchen. So always want to check and see if it's been pretty updated. If the property is selling for that as is, then that's a big deal. That's not quite an ARV. You want to find properties that are top of the market, have had work done to them if the neighborhood calls for it. Let's see when this was built. 1990, so a little bit newer. Typically, rule of thumb, you try to want to stay in within 5 years build if you can, sold within the last year, and keep it as close as you possibly can to the subject property, guys. So don't lose track of your subject property. Also, what I like to do is come in and check to see how hot the market is, if there's any inventory on the market. Let's go ahead and remove our filters just to make sure we don't miss anything. So we got it here. We're going to zoom out. I still don't see any inventory. We got 125 over here. Looks like a piece of land, 2 acres. Don't want to use that. We got 185 over here. It's 1,500, almost 1,600 square feet. 2 days on the market, guys. 59 saves. Doesn't look, it's a clean property, but it doesn't look like anything fancy. This property is definitely going to go. So for this market, this is probably top of the market right here. So 2011 build, so definitely newer than we are. I would much rather stick closer to that 155 and be conservative. But with the lack of inventory, I'm going to say you could probably sell ours if it was completely updated for close to 160, maybe even 165. So there's a lot of cash buyers on the retail market hungry for deals right now, guys. So that's why it's super important to know your real estate news. You got to know if your market's hot. You got to know if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. That heavily affects what your ARV might be, guys. So I hope you found this useful. Definitely wanted to just use something that is very simple as Zillow and show you guys that you can get an ARV using just about anything. So drop some addresses below. I'd love to comp some properties for you. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this.